look at where we are so far. So I had a buddy over. Hand me that hammer.
Yes, sir.
Had a buddy over this week, convinced me that I needed to gusset more. So we went nuclear and gusseted every single cross member through the whole thing, other than the very back one, and I'll tell you the reason for that in a minute. So we got every one of them gusseted, all down both sides. I was working on this last time you saw, but I got the B&W turnover ball. Hush. Got the B&W turnover ball installed. 4-inch channel down both sides. Gusseted every one of these as well. All down it. And she ain't going nowhere. Going nowhere.
Oh.
Nowhere. All right. So, did not gusset the back because when I install my hitch, which is the 4x4 tubing right over there, when I install my hitch under this up here, I'm going to run some of that 3/8 plate that's over there from here flush down, and from this side flush down to where the hitch is going to be to help anchor it in place. So it's going to tie the hitch to the frame. Find me a tape measure. I think there's one over there. So Wyatt, stop. So when I got all that set up, I took a piece of angle iron, a little piece of angle iron right there, clamped it inside to inside on this, run this out, welded these on. These are where my ramps are going to sit once I get all of this built. Come on, tape measure. Hey, right there. Come on, bring it here. Bring it here. I don't like this tape measure, but we'll use it. All right, so it's going to leave us with 14 inches, 14 and a half, really nearly, very near to 15 inches from the inside out. I actually might have found some ramps that I don't have to make ramps. I might be able to buy some ramps to go in this, and I think it might work. So we'll stay tuned in for that here later. So this is where we are so far. Another thing, while I was talking with my friend that was over here helping me, I was going to put almost like a Z-bar that goes on an old school clutch for an old school square body Chevy clutch. What I was planning on doing was stick that back in there. What I was planning on doing was coming out here, and it would have a Z-bar and then go back through to the inside of the gooseneck well, where when you pulled the gooseneck well, it would pull the pin out, and then when you let go of the handle inside the gooseneck well, it would go back in. What was that guy's name? Bending Wrenches on YouTube gave me that idea watching one of his older videos where he built a bed for his truck. Well, while my buddy was over here, he said, "Why are you doing that?" And I talked him through it and talked about how cool of an idea it was and how I thought it was going to be awesome. He said, "Well, why don't you just go get a bar? You're going to extend it out and have a trap door here to get your ramps out anyway. Just put your handle right back here where you can pull it, lock it, and then pull it and send it back in." He said, "Why didn't you do that?" I said, "Well, because I didn't think about it." And after that, went to work, built a couple of more guides. There's one and there's one. This is our T-slot guide here, milled a T-slot in it. We're going to put a crunion pin, drill a crunion pin or a spring pin into this bar where it'll pull through and then turn 90 degrees and latch. And you can get in the bed, flip your ball over, put your fifth wheel hitch, whatever you're going to do in it, and then come back to the back, turn it, and it'll send the pin in to lock. I've got one more of these somewhere. I just need to remember where I put it. The one that came with it, I've got in here as well. So we're going to get that installed first today. Once that's installed, I will be ready to flip it over, bring it back in, finish welding inside of the gooseneck hitch, the gooseneck well, finish all that up. and then I'll be ready to put it back on the truck. Another thing that I come up with today was I went to Empire Chrome over in West Memphis, Arkansas, and picked up our fender wells. These are going to be our fender wells. These are just 80-inch single axle tractor trailer fender wheels and fender wells. Stainless steel, 16th inch thick. I set one of them up over here on the tire thinking, man, that is huge. You can see there where I got it from and the product details. So I set it over here on the tire just to see how crazy big it was, and it is not that crazy big. So I think it's going to work out just right. Now remember, we are setting this up. We are setting this up to remove the 19.5-inch tires and install 19.5-inch rims, install 22.5-inch rims and tires, which will put me, the lowest it would be is 36, 40, 42 would probably be a good thought to have as well. So if I can make it where I can fit a 40-inch tire under there, I probably will. Lord knows we have enough room in the front to fit a 40-inch tall tire. Look at how much room you got in that fender well. That's a lot of room. We got plenty of room for whatever tire we want to put in there. So we're going to plan it, and we're going to set it up, and we're going to get it done. All right, first order of business is we are going to finish the pull handle for the gooseneck well. So I got to do a little bit of reading, make sure I'm setting the spring tension right, and then make sure these are going to come out right, and I'm going to have enough room to pull it, and turn it without knocking my hand into a bunch of stuff back here. So a little bit of figuring out to do, and then we'll rock and roll. You know what that's from? When I welded up that inside, that's showing you that the heat came all the way through and you got good penetration.
Cool.
That is cool, isn't it? That's showing you got good penetration on the weld. See, you can see a little spot of it over here too. This side over here was not nearly as much to weld as that side over there was.
Papa, what's the thing that you did to this mean?
These are called gussets. So gusset makes it stronger, all right? So if you put 1,000 pounds right here on this one little fingerprint right there where I'm at, if you didn't have these, it could just bend it straight down. But because you have this, instead of bending it from that far, it's got to bend it from that far, which makes it much stronger. That makes it, instead of wanting to just fold, it makes it have to crush this to make it move. Does that make sense?
How do you gusset?
So we cut that. You remember the pieces of plate that I was cutting? One of them went somewhere. I don't know where it went. It was over here, but we cut them with the plasma cutter, remember? So all you do is you cut a triangle out of that. So that's just a triangle. And then you weld it down, weld it down. This was the weld you did. You did the weld on a gusset right there.
I welded a gusset.
You did weld a gusset. So you welded the strength, and this is on the back. This is where you need the most strength. So you welded that, and then now it makes it all stronger.
So if I was
Oh, baby girl, you could jump all over this thing 9 ways to Sunday, and it don't even know you're there.
Wait, no, you're there?
It doesn't even know I'm there, or Uncle Mike, or Wyatt, swinging like a monkey in a tree.
Oh.
So, me and my buddy, we did both grab it right here, just like he's standing over there. We grabbed it right here, and we were able to pick this up. It was a lot. It was heavy, but we were able to pick it straight up. So I'm going to guess we're in the 350, 400 pound range with just the frame. So we're still looking good. Still looking good. All right, I'm going to set y'all up, and we're going to get going. Yeah, y'all can both help, but I got some figuring out to do before we do any welding. Dong. All right. All right, so here's our instructions. here's our instructions for the B&W hitch. It says, when in doubt, read the instructions. And y'all stop that now because you're going to mess up and you're going to fall and you're going to hit your head on the concrete because your feet are going to be up here when you fall and you're not going to be able to catch yourself. So please stop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Place the spring. Place the spring onto the latch pin handle and then insert the handle through the guide. Measure 6 inches from the socket to the handle guide with round hole and weld it to the bed floor with the latch pin handle inside the socket.
That makes no sense.
Make it look like that. We got it. That's it. We gotta make it look just like that. That's how it's gotta be. Right there.
Okay.
And then I didn't know I had another tab, so I gotta go find it too. All righty then.
I think 1. You think 2. Hello. We've been helping our dad.
Well, shoot.
Yeah.
I don't think I needed to make that shiny pin. I think there's one right there. I didn't know that.
He didn't know that I didn't need to make another Colombian pin.
Yeah. Onion pin? Not an onion pin.
Crunion pin.
Crunion pin.
Pin.
I don't even know if that's the real name for it. That's what I've always heard it called. That's what my daddy called it. That's what my granddaddy called it. So that's what I call it. So let's see here. Nope, those are going to be just dead-gum same thing. So, yeah, we're going to leave this where you pull it and then turn it, and we'll just use that. Instead of that, we might add that as, man, I don't think we need to. We're not going to overcomplicate this, guys.
Did I have that well?
No. We're going to leave it right there until we decide fully. So this is going to go right here. This is going to go in there. All right, so what we need to do is set that one first, and then everything goes off of here. So let's set that one first. All right. I need my good tape measure. I don't want to keep using that.
Where's your good tape measure?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Why does
Right there.
Why can't it be?
Well, helmet. Let me see it first.
There's loading coming. I'll turn around. What?
No, you gonna watch or is Wyatt gonna watch? Wyatt's got to take him earmuffs off if he's gonna watch. Whoever's gonna watch, put that on.
Papa, can I be here
What?
in the box?
No, I'm not lifting you up, putting you in the box right now.
Turn around.
Okay.
Show
Where's that square? That's a speed square is what you're playing with.
Speed square?
Speed square.
Does it tell the time or something?
Nope.
Don't touch it. You're talking me. Don't harm it.
Like when you're messing with me, when you bump that,
Sorry.
don't bump it.
Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. Papa is taking. No. No, you're not correct. Papa is taking a test. Okay, copy me. Okay, Wyatt, turn around.
Turn around, face the wall. Keep facing the wall, Wyatt.
Are we good?
You good for a minute? We're gonna weld some more.
What's that called?
This is another square, it's just smaller. I'm gonna scoot that in just a little bit. I know they said 6 inches, but I want it to be a little bit tighter.
Quiet.
Turn around. I think I like that a little better. Let's leave it like that. I'll put another tack or two on it. But we're gonna leave it kind of loose until we decide for sure where it is gonna be. Turn around, White.
Show them the welder's flip.
Show them the welder's flip. Ready?
No, Sarah.
Welder's flip. All right, I cut these just out of a 1/2 inch black iron pipe. Took it over to the belt sander and smoothed them all up. This is to slide over the pipe so that you get a little bit stronger connection.
And you're just gonna weld those to it?
Yep, and I'll weld these around. Let's get another one of our tabs. Another one of our tabs, and we'll slide it on right here.
Why do you need one right there?
Huh? It's just as a guide.
Make sure it doesn't go.
Yeah. All right, so this one right here is just a touch shorter. And I mean, it ain't by much, but it is a little bit shorter. So we're gonna put this one here because it's gonna sit kind of on top of those welds. Y'all don't have homework today, Wyatt. So we're gonna do it just like that, okay? Turn around, Wyatt. Okay, there's our second guy.
Now it's two. So we are going round one.
So we need, this is a 3-inch long piece, so what is 1/2 of 3? 1 plus 1 is? What is 1/2 of 1? Half. 0.5. 1.5 inch. 1.5 plus 1.5 gets you to 3. If you were going to make if you're going to make $3 and you had $1.50, how much more would you need? 50 plus 50 equals $1 and one more. So it's the same thing with the numbers. 1.5 plus 1.5 equals 3. Give him the helmet. Turn around.
Go.
I'm just tacking it together at the moment. That way I can test it. Yep. Okay. Yes, I can. You want the camera? What? All right, look, you got to keep this way facing where we're at. If you hit that button right there, it'll come up, but do not hit that button. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
You look where I'm at. You want to see what a spring pin looks like?
Yeah.
Come on, pick that stuff up.
This is what I really like to do. Take the helmet.
Hang the helmet. This is what a spring pin looks like.
Oh,
Spring pin.
spring.
So you drill a hole. You drill a hole that's a little bit smaller than that diameter. You take a little hammer and punch and you push it through. And then it stays in there. So what the idea is while it's sideways, it'll go through the hole. Right?
Yes, sir.
But then when you pull it through and you turn the handle, it'll come back and lock. See? That's the idea.
How will it go through on sideways and the thing's bigger than...
It's going to be inside of it. So look, it'll fit inside of that. See? I'll have to trim it down. It needs to be trimmed down just a little bit. But it'll go through that, and then you'll turn it, and it'll get locked up that way.
So that it can't go in the
Yep.
It looks like a rainbow.
That is the heat dissipation. I may actually take the milling machine and mill that slot just a little bit wider.
What's milling machine?
That's what the machine over there does. So, okay, well, let me think this through. So, this is going to be in here. And I think I want it to ride. I think I want it to come through sideways. Come through sideways and then turn to lock. All right, let's flip it.
We're fixing to flip the bed.
Hold on, you can say it.
We're fixing to flip over the bed.
Flip it over.
Come on
right.
and let's hang a ride.
All right, so this is gonna get loud for a second because that ball's gonna fall out, but I'm gonna leave that ball in. So there's the ball. One guide, I ended up taking that guide out because it was binding this up as it went around. So now this can pull all the way out, quarter turn up, and then it locks, turn it back, and it locks back in.
Can we see it in action?
No, because when I pull it out, that's going to fall. When we flip it, we'll make it go in action. All right. Got all the gussets in. We got all the welding done on this side. We'll flip it over, and we'll have some more welding to do here, and then down through.
Come on and hang a ride on the Flip Over Express.
Flip over express. I know you just kind of made something up. Alright. Where is Papa's toboggan? Hey, yours is right over there.
I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that.
See it? Put it on your head. Get this door closed and get the heat back going. Okay. Let's see where we are so far. All right, here we go. Ready? Moment of truth. There it goes.
Does it jump?
Yeah, no, it's not gonna jump because the way this ball's made. But look, what you'll do is you'll come to the back and you'll open the gate. Actually, the hitch will be right here. So you'll open the gate, reach in here, pull that over, get into bed, crawl over to the front, and you'll pick this out. Flip it over.
And then you'll release that.
And there's your bed. There's your ball.
So that would be you can't see if you're on the real bed.
No, this is going to be hidden when the real bed's up. I touched that again. I burned myself bad on those earlier. And I touched them again. So it's going to be like magic. Because you're not going to be able to see this unless you go, and you get all the way down here and try to do it. Oh, there we go. So you'll just have to reach in and grab it, pull it, twist it, lock it.
Right now, if it was in the bed, it would be flipped over so you wouldn't be able to see the ball.
No, that's like if we were about to hook a horse trailer up to it and take the horses somewhere. Otherwise, it's going to be turned over and there's going to be a flat plate that gets set over that.
This is the right side this is the top side of the bed.
This is the top side of the bed. Nope, this is the deck. This is the deck of the bed. This down here is the bottom. And then you got your gussets all the way in. You got these all the way across. We got a little bit more welding to do. Like we got to weld all of these up on the inside. We got to weld all these up on the inside.
Over here too.
No, you can't weld all of that because these bolt holes, but you can weld more. I could weld like right there, and right there. But I am a little bit worried with those fenders, Gwen, that I'm gonna have to pick this up. So that's okay if I do. All I have to do is make a spacer to go between this piece, this 1/2-inch piece. Hey, don't do that. That might be sharp. It might cut you. I gotta make a spacer. If I need to, I'll make a spacer that sits underneath this, in between this and where those bolt in on the bed. I gotta weld that, grind that down. That puddled just a little bit on me, didn't it? That was when I welded from the underside. So I'll just take the grinder and smooth that off.
I really like the rainbow colors.
Look at this one.
Well, that's really
See the heat dissipation through it? That's where your weld is right there. And then that heat dissipated through. That is a solid weld.
Rainbow.
Rainbow weld.
you go on a wheel, this is just a good one.
Yeah, I gotta weld all this up in here. But that looks fantastic, solid as a rock. I'll read the instructions. I don't know if I'm supposed to weld around right here or not. I might go on ahead and do it just because I think it would look pretty. But no, I can't, because if you get a fifth wheel piece that goes down in there, you can't have that on there. But there's our gooseneck ball, so we can get a horse trailer. Woo-hoo! And pull a horse trailer with it. All right.
Or a cow trailer.
Or a cow trailer. Let's get the grinder and smooth that one out first.
I'm gonna go back inside.
You're gonna go back inside. Okay, you cold? Okay. Thank you for your help. All right, we're gonna grind this off and then we're gonna weld that in there. And we gotta weld these, all of these pieces, here and here and here and here. And all these going all the way across. Gotta weld those flats, weld inside of there. Weld these outside, so we'll get that done. Ground this smooth. And then we are gonna also set up the 2x6 to get ready to line this side up. And we're gonna run a 2x6 down this piece. And then we'll take the other, we might use the cutoff wheel. I haven't decided yet. We might use the cutoff wheel. Cut a pie out, just a little square. We may use the plasma cutter. Haven't decided yet. We're gonna make that where we can angle it and run that angle through to right there on the corner and make it one smooth angle all the way across. We may have to put a little bit of heat, since that's 1/4 inch, we may have to put a little bit of heat on it, but we'll have to put these, get it welded down here first, and then put some gussets here and here down it, because the plate, the decking plate is just gonna butt up to it. It's not gonna go under it. It's just gonna butt up to it. So that'll leave me the ability to put gussets all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I can do this one. I probably can. Probably can do this one. This is gonna be the tricky one, because I'm not gonna stick it past it. It's gonna be flush right here. So we'll play with that. I also haven't decided if I'm gonna put 3/4 lights, chicken lights down it. I might put lights like I've got in my step. I might put these same lights down the side, the middle of that 2x6, and send it in the middle down. Haven't decided yet. I think it would be really, really, really cool, but I don't know. We'll look at it and see. We will look at it and see. So let me see how much battery we got, and I'll set y'all up. Yeah, we got 38%. We'll keep running for a while. Just gonna set y'all up right over here and let y'all watch away. I'm gonna turn my heater on though, and I'm gonna turn some leaf on, so enjoy the jam out. All right, so let's check in on where we're at. Let's scoot this over a little bit. All right. I went overkill on this. That is quarter wall 2x6. 2x6 8 probably would have been just fine. But I went overkill. It's gonna be okay. You know our motto, overkill is underrated. I got all these welded up all across. I got all of my 1/2-inch plates full welded on. Got my gooseneck well fully welded in all the way around. The ball still pulls in and out. I didn't put so much heat in it that it warped it. It's doing just fine. So now we are working on our side rail to go down that driver's side. I'm gonna cut a 45 on the back end. I looked at a 30 degree and then I looked at the 45 degree, and I think the 45 degree is gonna look better. So I'm gonna start at a 45 and set it up there and see what it looks like. I can always cut it back if I need to. Tried like heck to get it to fit in my 7x12 thing, and I couldn't make it fit. So I got a line down both sides. I'm gonna get my speed square, set it up here, and run my speed square on both sides, and then cut the back to connect it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that on this side. Pick my pencil up before I lose it. On this side, I'm gonna cut this line here. I'm gonna cut that line there. Try to do that with the portaband, just kind of walking half of it at a time, because I gotta cut all the way down to the edge there. And then this side, I'm gonna I may try to just pie that out. I may have to do that with the plasma cutter too. We're gonna see how the plasma cutter works on that end to see if I do this side of it with the plasma cutter or not. Then the goal is to get it up here and try to heat it and bend it around. We're gonna see. We're gonna experiment with it. Worst case scenario, I'll just come here and cut it flush and then cut that on angle and do all that. But I'd like to try to bend it because that'll get me a nice smooth radius. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna set y'all up over here. I might be able to put y'all up there. Let's try that. Well, that is lip. What about right there? All right, let's see what that looks like. Just in case you were wondering, time to go in for the day. We have finally used all of that 33-pound spool of 045 wire. It's done. 035's over there. Not getting the 43 or 30-pound spool again. That was a little bit much, and I'm worried that it start rusting before I go through all of it. So we are going to shut it down for the night, but I think we made some deadgum good progress tonight. Let me get that off and really see it. Get the pressure off of that. I think that is going to look dang good. I mean, obviously, I'm going to fill that in with weld and then smooth that all off where there's not a gap right there and run it back. But I think we'll be able to smooth that out. Our sheeting on the side will come all the way up to there. I'm not going to overlap it here, but it'll come up to there and go down. 3/16 decking will go here. That's the diamond plate. What I was fussing at myself about is some of these. That one I can probably get by without doing. No, that's the one you just did, Dumbo. That one is just barely up, but this one right here, you can see it pretty well. Can you see that crack right there? So some of these, I mean, they're not just perfectly laser straight from the factory. This one even has a bow back that way like that. I'm gonna have to pull it back straight. I needed to pick them up, so I just got to pick them up just a little bit. I actually think that one will be okay as long as it's okay distance-wise. So what I'm doing is measuring here and then measuring here and making sure it's the same. Same thing, I'll measure across. This one back here ain't moving. Can't move that one. So this is my starter. So it's from here to here is the same as here to there. Same is what I've got to check. And then I'll go here to there. So it's all measuring off the back. And I keep catching my dang shirt on these corners, and it's just ruined it. But oh well. I like that plasma cutter. It makes me feel like I have a lightsaber. Not gonna lie, it is kind of awesome. So the goal for first thing in the morning, got a busy day tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to get all these welded down the side, get this heated and bent, and at least see if that's all gonna work out right. And then we'll do the same thing. Then I do have to cut it off. I need to cut it off and then fit me a plate that'll go on the inside this time. Get to where I can see. I need a plate that'll go on the inside where I can weld it and then grind it flush. But it's gonna be just a little bit of an angle, but that's what I need to do right there. And then we'll do this side, and then we'll weld in our D-rings. We'll have one D-ring sitting right here, just back from the bend, as wide as the D-ring is, and then one in the very back, just up from the rear, and then we'll put one in the very middle. And those will be for tying down, big, heavy loads, corner to corner, corner to corner, and across, stuff like that. Heavy loads. The other, just normal everyday stuff, we'll put that on the Z-track that we're going to put running down the side right here. And that's where it'll be. I'm going to set these. I'll set these where they're just just above that 3/16 plate. And then when you flip them up, they'll be just above this lip. So they'll sit just about like that. That'll be it. But this one will be probably right there. I don't know. I may move this 4 inches forward and then put a section of Z-track right here. That way, if I want to put a back, when I put my back gate on, I can snap it in on the Z-track. That might be what I do. That might be what I do. We will figure that out. I got some of that Z-track coming. It should have been here today, but it'll probably be here in the morning sometime. So I'll play around with that. They make just a little 4-inch section of it. Make them bolt that right there. And really the only purpose for that it's going to be, I can snap a tailgate onto it. So, all right, well, we're going to call it a night. Really, really happy how that turned out. And then now you're locked. And now you're locked in. Solid as a rock. Really happy with that one. Thank you, friend Mike. Cousin Mike, Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike, thank you. So we got a couple of more of those to do. Want to make sure they're straight and even and level. Just as smooth. But I am very proud of that. Obviously the end's cocked out because it's a little bit heat warped, but we're pulling it back the other way and it'll turn out just fine. All right, that's it for the day on 12/5/2025.